Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Strat Showcase. In this episode, I'm going to break down Heroics Overpass B Split, where they send 2 through water, 1 person out monster early as a distraction to let the bridge players come up for free. As you see here, there's a lot of nades thrown towards monster first to create a distraction, and then 2 players come up bridge and kill the pit players, obviously distracted by monster. TeSeS is the entry in this strat. He takes water for free, however he has a smoke in case they molly. His pathing is important. Make sure you come along the slope so you don't get spotted by jump spotters if they spot through like the crack at the wood. He then peeks pillar off of a flash, goes up bridge, kills barrel, and then dies to the pit player. Niko is the second player in the water and will follow TeSeS in on the strat. He has a flash to throw off the slope if they molly, however no molly comes. Again, go against the slope so you don't get spotted by the jump spotter's wood. Peeks with TeSeS off the flash, follows him in, and trades the pit player. After he trades the pit player, he'll take pit control, re-smoke heaven, and then will re-molly, however somebody already does it. He'll throw 1 late, however this is just to keep rotates from coming in. Stavn will be the one that will throw the monster lurk smoke. After he throws the lurk smoke, he will also be the person that entries out monster in the strategy. While he waits for the flashes, he'll come against the slope to make sure he doesn't get spammed or naded. After the flashes come through, he will entry and try and make as much space as possible. His main goal is to be a distraction so they don't look towards bridge, so he has to get out and make a lot of noise. Afterwards, he'll molly off the rotate and then hold bridge so they can plant, and then he will get in pit for the after plant. cadiaN will be the support in the strategy. He mollies wood wall behind the monster smoke to make sure nobody can lurk behind there because that is a beater for the strategy. He'll then throw a nose flash, creep down and throw another monster flash to let stavn fight towards barrel. He will then be the last player in and will have the bomb. He gets blind here by Endpoint's counter flashes, however there's no people to fight, so he'll just go and plant. bORUP has by far the hardest nades in this strat. He mollies off short and then jumps over to the spool. He lines up against the washing machine, turns and lines up in the angle in the smoke, run and jump throws a heaven smoke, and throws both the flashes for the bridge players to entry with. He's then the second person out monster, will help stavn if there's any fighting, and then will pick up the lurk. So since this strategy is a bit more complicated than the others that I've covered on this channel, this video will be a little bit longer and I'm going to spend more time explaining what each role does. So as the entry core in water, your job is to go along this slope, obviously take water control first, and then come along this slope. As I mentioned in the video, that's so you can't get jump spotted here. You can still get spotted here though, of course. And then you come up towards bridge and you peek on the first flash to make sure nobody is behind the pillar, which pretty obvious. If they get blinded by a monster flash, they'll probably tuck behind the pillar. You can get a free kill here. And then you just come up and you're kind of like a flank in the strategy and you kill them from the side. Your role, very simple. stavn, who will be your monster entry, comes against the ladder here. Aims in this nook against the concrete and the steel beam, I guess. And this is the monster lurk smoke they throw. Make sure it blocks off all vision here until they come really close to it. And then obviously they'll probably smoke there. Now what this area here, what I like to call it, is a 50-50 zone. So we could be in this area because they don't know with the smoke up unless they come all the way wide and clear it. And then they could be in this area if they did come all the way wide and clear it, and we wouldn't know that. So this is a 50-50 zone, and your entry's job is to clear the 50-50 zone and then apply enough pressure to where they're focused on him instead of the people that come up bridge. So you'll get a nose flash. Bam, you come in here. This clears out the 50-50 zone. You could maybe get a kill if they clear it, and then you get another flash high behind you up there. And you swing out wide and you apply pressure. If your entry isn't competent at doing that and confident about taking fights, then you should probably change roles because that is very important to the strat. cadiaN, the person that was supporting, throws this molly. So you line up along the ledge here, aim at the second horizontal beam and run until you're about at the top, or about at the first one. And then that is the wood wall molly from Monster. He then throws a nose flash, which will be self-explanatory. You aim at this pole, and then at his nose. Nose flash. And then you just come down and flash Monster to let your guy out. Pretty simple stuff. Sorry about that. The other roll is bORUPs. So you come against the B, aim about halfway up the pillar to there, and then run and release throw. This is a molly you will need to practice, but that's how you molly off short. Then bORUP comes and throws this ridiculously hard smoke that I will probably miss. However, he comes to the washing machine, turns, aims at this bar, and then run and release throws at the height of that. So something like that, maybe even a little earlier, but I don't really like this smoke, so I'm not going to spend too much time with it. I come personally against this pillar here, or this white marking here, aim at the right side of the eye, and then release when I hit this shadow down at the bottom, and then that's my fast heaven smoke. Still blocks off the same amount, no gaps in it, so I think that smoke's a lot easier than what bORUP threw, so I recommend you use that one. The timing doesn't change very much. The only thing that changes slightly is the flashes will be a little bit later, but these you just kind of wing. Make sure they're high enough and deep enough to blind this angle, and that's pretty much it. So as I said I was going to do these videos, I'm going to provide one way of like countering the strategy. So with any sort of split, they're obviously splitting their forces, and the best way of beating that is to fight one force at a time. So with this Monster Orc smoke up, in my opinion, you still want to get information on Monster, so you should send 2 over towards Monster. 1 comes anti-flash here, because obviously they're going to throw flashes, and then 1 takes contact by coming up on top of the slope there and holding. I guess I'm just a bot right now. There we go. And just holding. So he'll obviously get blind, take first contact, he trades, and then you just try and deal with Monster first, and then you don't have to worry as so much about the guys coming up bridge, because if bridge has to look towards this way, then your rotator can easily come in and kill him. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you leave comments. If you have any sort of question about the strategy, I'll make sure to answer them there. If you follow me on Twitter, you know why these videos are a bit sporadic. I do have a girlfriend, a life, I'm in college, and I have a team that I'm coaching, so there's a lot for me to do right now. So these videos will come out when I have time, and I hope you can stick with me and enjoy them.